Picture a grand hotel concierge. They hold the authority to open every door, the wine cellar and the records office. If you slip a note under their door asking for a newspaper, they do it. But if someone slips a note that says, "Empty room 412 safe," and hand the contents to a stranger in the lobby, the concierge does that too. This maps directly to how Microsoft 365 Copilot operates inside corporate networks. To be helpful, it maintains administrative reach into private emails, enterprise SharePoint files, and live multi-factor authentication codes. A system designed to follow instructions becomes a liability when it cannot distinguish who the instruction is helping. The concierge is simply too obedient for the level of access they possess. On June 15, 2026, researchers at Varonis Threat Labs detailed exactly how this plays out, disclosing a critical vulnerability in Copilot Enterprise, known as search leak. To be clear, nobody's data was stolen. This was strictly a proof of concept, and Microsoft patched the flaw on their servers before anyone exploited it in the wild. But the proof of concept required only one action from the target: a single click on a completely legitimate, trusted Microsoft web link. That single click was enough to compromise an entire inbox. No malicious code bypassed a firewall. Instead, an authorized system executed a task exactly as it was instructed to. To see how the attacker delivers the instruction, look at this breakdown of a standard Copilot search URL. Normally, the Q parameter holds a search term. Here, it hides commands. This is parameter to prompt injection. Unable to distinguish data from orders, the AI is instructed to grab an email subject line and embed it into an HTML image tag. Microsoft wraps AI output in a protective text block so browsers won't execute raw HTML, but browsers render data incrementally, creating a race condition. The HTML tag streams to the screen and fires its request milliseconds before the security wrap can lock it down. By designing the AI to stream immediate, real-time answers, the architecture inadvertently created the exact timing gap necessary to bypass its own safety filters. Getting the data to trigger is only half the problem. The attacker still has to get it out of the corporate network. Standard enterprise content security policies block browsers from sending data to untrusted external domains. This diagram shows the attacker's workaround. The firewall blocks the direct path to an unknown server, but it leaves a clear path open to a trusted Microsoft domain, Bing's search by image feature. Pointing the image tag there triggers a server-side request forgery, unknowingly relaying the stolen calendar data and MFA codes straight through the firewall to the attacker. The attacker extracts the enterprise's secrets without ever touching the target network, weaponizing Microsoft's own trusted infrastructure as the getaway vehicle. Throughout this entire process, Copilot's underlying code was never compromised. The AI was merely tricked into using its legitimate authority on behalf of an unauthorized user. We can trace the specific vulnerability back to 1988, illustrated here on this classic computer terminal as the confused deputy problem. Computer scientist Norman Hardy defined the confused deputy as a highly privileged program manipulated into executing commands that the requesting user lacks the permission to run themselves. This 40-year-old architectural blind spot defines the modern AI vulnerability: a trusted, powerful system blindly obeying an untrusted instruction. For the last 40 years, cybersecurity focused on defending static code logic against forced entry. AI operates differently, relying on the open-ended execution of human input. This diagram illustrates the risk of blast radius inheritance. When an AI assistant connects to a profile, it instantly adopts the same damage potential as the human user it serves, expanding its reach across all of their emails, calendars, and secure documents. To defend these systems, security teams must stop treating the assistant as a universally trusted tool and instead isolate its access using the strict principle of least privilege. The moment an organization connects a helpful AI assistant to its enterprise data, the AI application itself becomes the primary attack surface.